What's the dumbest rule you've ever been caught breaking? I got arrested for fixing my own apartment. I'd been living in this rundown place for 3 years. My landlord, George, was the kind of guy who collected rent like clockwork, but acted like repair requests were personal insults. The tiles in my bathroom were cracked and moldy. My bedroom window had a crack running straight down the middle that let in cold air all winter. The kitchen faucet dripped constantly, driving me crazy at night. Every time I called George about these problems, he'd give me the same speech. "I'll get to it when I get to it, Jamal. These things take time." But weeks would turn into months, and nothing ever got fixed. I kept paying rent on time, hoping maybe he'd start caring about the place. Spoiler alert, he didn't. The breaking point came on a Tuesday morning in February. I woke up to the sound of rushing water. A pipe had burst behind my living room wall, and water was gushing everywhere. My couch was soaked. My TV got fried. My PlayStation was sitting in 2 inches of dirty water. I called George immediately, panicking about the damage. His response? "Just use some towels to soak it up. I'll call a plumber next month when I have time." Next month? My entire living room was flooded, and this guy wanted me to wait 30 days for a plumber. I hung up on him and started moving my stuff to higher ground. That's when I decided to take matters into my own hands. I went to Home Depot and bought a pipe wrench, some PVC fittings, and watched about 50 YouTube videos on basic plumbing. I figured if George wasn't going to fix anything, I'd do it myself. What was the worst that could happen? I started with the burst pipe, shut off the water main, cut out the damaged section, and installed new piping. It worked perfectly. No more flood. Then I got carried away. I fixed the bathroom tiles, sealed up the cracked window, stopped that annoying faucet drip. For the first time in 3 years, my apartment felt like an actual home instead of a condemned building. 2 weeks later, George showed up for his monthly inspection. He walked around my place with this confused look on his face, like he couldn't figure out what was different. Then he saw my tools in the corner and completely lost it. "You can't make unauthorized alterations to my property," he screamed. "This is illegal. You're destroying the building." I tried explaining that I'd actually saved him thousands in water damage, but he wasn't listening. He pulled out his phone and started taking pictures of everything I'd fixed, like I'd committed some terrible crime. 3 days later, I got a cease and desist letter in the mail. Apparently fixing my own broken apartment was property tampering and violated my lease. But it gets worse. George actually filed criminal charges against me. Criminal charges. For stopping a flood and making his building livable. The police showed up on a Thursday afternoon while I was fixing the kitchen cabinet door that had been hanging crooked for 2 years. My neighbors were all outside watching as they put handcuffs on me and stuffed me in the back of a patrol car. Most embarrassing moment of my life. At the station, the officer processing me kept asking what I'd stolen or damaged. When I explained I'd just fixed some broken pipes and tiles, he looked at me like I was lying. "So you're telling me you got arrested for home improvement?" he asked. Even the cops thought it was ridiculous. Court day arrived, and I came prepared. I'd kept detailed logs of every maintenance request I'd submitted over 3 years. Emails, phone call records, photos of the damage, receipts for my repair supplies. I printed everything out in chronological order. George showed up with his lawyer, acting like I'd burned the building down. His attorney kept talking about property rights and tenant violations. But when the judge saw my documentation, everything changed. 3 years of ignored repair requests. A burst pipe that caused major water damage. A landlord who told his tenant to use towels instead of calling emergency plumbing. The judge threw out the case immediately. "Mr. George," he said, "you have a legal obligation to maintain habitable living conditions. This tenant prevented significant property damage while you were neglecting your duties." George's lawyer tried to argue, but the judge cut him off. Case dismissed.